Hey, and then there was a honk. What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Evernuts. Welcome, everybody, to a Saturday stream. It is May 30th, 2026. Welcome to the final stream of May 2026. And welcome, everybody, to a Saturday night continuation of the awesome Tactical Breach Wizards, which is going into its final act. And if all goes well, I think this is 2, maybe 3 sessions at most before we finish it and move on to what I am guessing is going to be 007 First Light. I have been thinking about this game since I checked it out. Found I had heard about it probably a year or two ago, and then I was like, this seems like a big game that I'd like to try. And then I did a little bit more research, and I'm like, you know what? This game looks really cool. And then it happened. So I am excited to be able to give that game a little bit more of my attention once this is done. But I've been having a great time with Tactical Breach Wizards. I think this is another winner for sure, Prince Justin. This game is pretty solid. I really, it's not that I'm surprised. I mean, you know, it was sort of a strange, I honestly don't know that the title of the game did it any good, to be honest, because I can imagine a lot of people being like, what the hell is this game? There's a lot more going on, I think, with this game than even the title might suggest. So far so good. I really have appreciated this game quite a bit, and I'm enjoying more of that. So that's the deal with that. You wanted more adventure, yeah. So I want to explain that, by the way, but I'll talk about that in just a second as to why I decided to do this one instead of that one, but I'll talk about that in just a minute. Before I do that, a couple of quick reminders. If you haven't done so already, please follow the channel. Check out our YouTube at !ArvTube, and please subscribe to me over there. It's free for you to do that. It really helps us out. Discord is !ArvCord. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Blue Sky is !ArvSky, which is my microblogging platform of choice. Website for this, arvaneleron.com. Financially, !ArvShop is the merchandise area. !ArvTreon is the Patreon. We are up to 64 now, trying to build that back up into triple digits, so please join us for that. Get some cool stuff for yourself and cool stuff for the channel. Same thing with your subbing. If you were able to sub to the channel, that is always appreciated. Get those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch, and we have some new sub badges all the way up to the 10-year mark now. So we've got plenty for people who have been here. So jump on and get those quills. And also inspirations to help our tabletop players. On the publishing front, !Icarus for my graphic novel from Athos Arts. !Library, my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And Greyshade is my Greyshade IP. Greyshade Renegade Heretic, the Grey Assassin trilogy from Athos Arts, available at that link. You can also get the audiobooks of Greyshade Renegade and Heretic from our very own Trent Sparks at that link, and you can pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade from our, again, from Alligator Alley and designed by our very own Brandon O'Brien. Very excited about those and about those, checking that out. So please do that if you can. And please join us for all of those things. As always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And !Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message will do so for others in that situation in the future. Also, continue love to the people of Minnesota, specifically Minneapolis, to the people of Memphis, to the people who were in Newark, all battling terrible governmental action, including federal invasion in some cases, with bravery and courage, and giving us all inspiration to do the same. We see you. We love you. Keep it up. Okay, so just a couple of quick notes. Let me first of all get rid of that and turn on that. There we go. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. So, yes, so I had friends over today, and this is very good friends of mine, and we basically had a really good time. It was really nice hanging out with them. We had not had the chance to do that for a while, and so it was kind of important to be able to hang out with the in-person friends as well, not just the people over online. So it was cool to be able to hang out with them. And when they left, they got out of here a little bit later than we had originally planned. So I took a look at the month of June and realized that we have a grand total of 5 Tuesdays in June. Now, that last Tuesday of June, just as I'm looking at it, The last Tuesday of June may or may not be available to us because we got 2nd, 9th, 16th, 23rd. I'm not sure about whether the 30th is going to be available to us, to be honest, because I'm going to be in San Francisco, as you all know, for Roleplay at the Bay, which is our next event that's going to be sponsored by the San Francisco Public Library and by Damon Running Cancer Research Foundation. Very excited for that, happening on Saturday, June 27th. I don't know what the internet's going to be like or what my situation is going to be like on Tuesday the 30th, but that's a little bit up in the air. However, 2nd, 9th, 16th, and 23rd are all available. And so my guess is that one of those Tuesdays is going to be available to us to be able to do D&D with viewers. And I decided that after we were getting started late, I was like, you know what? Getting all the stuff ramped up, getting sort of set up and prepped and everything to do this, if I go live at like 10:30, how long are we going to be able to have to actually do that stuff? So D&D with viewers will be coming then to a daytime stream in all likelihood, probably a Tuesday, coming up over the next couple of weeks. And I will say that I've only got at this point, that is one more session at most. One more session to be able to finish up, because we're in the final section basically of Up the Beanstalk, and then when that's finished we'll be going into more D&D with viewer stuff, but that'll be coming in August. And so that I think is going to work out well. It'll also help too, because since we do it every other month, if I do it in early June, it means we won't do it again till August, even though August is going to feature Gen Con, and then I've got stuff coming up at the end of August. There's a good portion in the middle where I should be around, whereas July is going to be Crazy Go Nutstown. I'm going to be basically in San Francisco and the West Coast at the beginning of the month. Then middle of the month, I'm going to be going directly onto ReaderCon in Boston, and I will be there over the weekend of basically that mid-July period. And so I will not be back home until probably the third week of July. So there's just a lot getting crammed in. As I mentioned to everybody before, 'tis the summer season, and the summer season means a lot of travel and stuff like that. So things are a little bit up in the air as far as that's concerned. So that is, so with apologies, Echo, we will get it in, but it's going to be happening on a time when more people will be with us for something like that. So that is the plan. Otherwise, though, I am excited that we're going to get a chance to continue with Tactical Breach Wizards, because, again, I think Tactical Breach Wizards has been a great game. And the more I think about it, I just sort of said that in passing, but I really do wonder if the title, I really think the title really does not what you wanted. Tactical Breach Wizards is fine as a title, but it's not really something that makes people go, ooh, wow. Think about that as opposed to a game like, Final Fantasy or, even 007 First Light. It's a good game title. It's a game that makes you go, what is this about? Or Final Fantasy Tactics, or I don't know, even a game like Heroes of Might and Magic, right? These are all games that sort of give you a sense of what it does in the tin. Or Citizen Sleeper. Now, that's a weird title, but it's an interesting one, right? Or I'm just looking at some games that are on my computer right now. Sea of Stars, that's a good one. Or SnowRunner. But Tactical Breach Wizards, so I can imagine some people being like, I don't know what that is. It feels strange. So I'm not sure about that title. Regardless, though, it's a good game. I enjoy it. I've really been having fun with it, and we are moving into Act 4. So let us get to it. Let us spread the word and let people know that we're playing, and I will be with you folks here for a couple hours tonight as we get that done. So that's the deal with that. It has a big thumbs down. You don't like Tactical Breach Wizards? Oh, the title or the game? I think the game's pretty cool, Echo. I like the game. Oh, the title. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the title. I just think because, obviously that is technically what you're doing in each case, but, you could have called it, WizardCom or something, you know what I mean? I don't know, something. Okay, here we are, beginning of Act 4. Ryan, thanks for coming. Vesker, Kellen, Sabin, Banks, I've heard great things. Call me Moss. Our grapevine's buzzing about the Callan jobs. Ryan tells me you helped. Sure. Incredible work. Warms my heart to see the chapel squirm. How much do you know about our situation? Reactor about to seize your mana mines, then claim they run the country. Ooh, see, yeah, that's a good Echo. Good call. That's a good title. SWAT, Special Wizards and Tactics. That is a good title. Yes, exactly. Now, I understand that this is, I believe this company is a British company, And so SWAT does not mean the same thing in the United Kingdom that it does in America. But regardless, you know, it would get that vibe across. Yes, that's a good one. I like that title a lot. Definitely better than TBW or Tactical Breach Wizards. But anyway, reactor about to seize your monomines and claim they run the country. And it could work militarily. We've been hit by their new craft-enhanced soldiers already, and it's been a massacre every time. But fighting them isn't my department. I'm in charge of a cell that's been tasked with aiming a little higher. Oh, you're not Control? Ha! No, I've never even met Control. The new Metal Militia takes compartmentalization very seriously, for reasons related to why we have new at the start of our name. I'm surprised you even know the term. Did some hasty research last night, maybe not enough. I respect that. The issue is this. Stopping this invasion isn't going to free Metal, because it won't be the last. Special Wizard Air Service, yeah. Or if there was something like, because in the UK, I think it's RAF, right, the Royal Air Force. If there was something like that version, but SWAS is good too. SWAT, SLAM, Special, I don't know, something. We'll still be sitting on the only super weapon in the Southern Hemisphere. It's a weapon we never want to fire, and it'll be months till another nation comes knocking for it. What's the fix? Destroy our own mana reserves. Bold. Why? We've wanted to for years. Even if it was just a dangerous drug, that's not what we want to build our economy on. And the DSR takes all the profit anyway. Now it's a world-changing weapon in the hands of anyone willing to violate their own people to turn them into cancerous super soldiers. And all of them have to come through us to get to it. I want to burn it all to dust. SAS, yeah, Special Air Service. Right. Something like that, the Navy version. No, that's right. SWAS. So SAS, SWAS. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's not bad. But like, you know, when you say the RAF, people are like, oh, I've heard of that. Or when you say, you know, when you say SWAT, like people know what that is. Or when you say MI6, right? Everybody knows what that is. So, but anyway, it's in that basic ballpark. But I like the concept of SWAT. That's a good one. Let's see. Doesn't it have scientific value? Oh, immense. We had institutes studying it, and they would have loved a lifetime supply to tinker with. But we live in a world of greedy children with knives, and that's not a world where you can study a loaded gun at your leisure. We have a few kilos stashed away for research, of course, but any more than that will be bullied and killed for it until it's all gone. Why haven't you done it yet? Destroyed our stockpile? Strategy. Reactor run inspections, check throughput, and they outgun us for now. Destroyed our mines? Chemistry. The stuff doesn't burn, and digging the rest of it out is at least 10 years hard labor. $126 month. I know who that is. So on Chatty, that's popping up originally as user notice, and then that one. But very cool that there's a 126 month mod anniversary that they start doing. Thank you, Shadowed. Thank you to Prince Justin for his mod anniversary. Congratulations. Thank you to Shadowed for his mod anniversary. And enjoy Strahd. I saw that you guys are playing. I will jump over there in a couple hours when I'm done with this stream. What's your plan? So that's the critical question, and it's why I wanted to meet you all immediately. Ryan, the pyromancer friend you told me about. You've seen him burn mana, but have you definitely seen him burn the source? Can he burn beryllium calcite? Yep. Our first strike, little mana mine in Samia. He just lit the node and Bob's your uncle. That's incredible. You're sure the whole thing burned out? Liv used their gear to check. She's anal like that. Okay, I'm trying not to get ahead of myself here, but this is very exciting. Do you guys want to help orchestrate a counter heist? What? Yeah, that probably sounds right. Moss, we've got incoming. Elaborate. Reactor hired the 910 from mission, and it's gaining on us. Shit. Guess we're starting now. Everyone in the rear carriages, head up train in case we need to separate. Clear to engage, clear to board. Amiya Medil. Nice. I was wondering if there was going to be a train heist. We should head up train, regroup. If you want to take the sport out of it. I do. Look at the guys in the middle. They're like, "Huh? Ooh, yeah, there you go. Royal Wizard Force. That's a good one, Echo, yeah. What do you think about Royal Wizard? I was just thinking Tactical Wizard Incendiary Team. Twit. Let's go. That's it. Tactical Wizard Incendiary Team. Twit. What's up, Zach? Good to see you, man. Zach, Roleplay by the Bay, coming up soon. Just a few weeks away. Classic. All you had to do was board the train, Wizards. Zach, we have now got lodging for San Fran. So we've got our flights. We got that all set. And so you and I just sometime next week have to start going over and locking down. We already have, Chad, in case you're curious, we already know the details and the time periods. But now we need to start locking down a little bit more with these things. So it'll be good stuff. Not to mention, we do have a Gloomhaven session to get in before I head out your way, unless we do it live and in person with each other, which I guess is possible. But then we'd have to talk about that. That would be like, to fit it in, though, would have to be like a Thursday, like the Thursday before our session to keep it, which is probably not a good idea. So I think we'll want to do it before that, and then maybe if we have time afterwards, we can do one in July in person, but otherwise afterwards. So, okay. You might want to cross. You push, I pull. We'll play it by ear. All right. All team members must reach the green zone. Knock out all enemies. 4 left. Defenestrate an enemy immediately after using Broom Breach. Deal 12 total damage with 1 Spore Bomb. I don't know what the hell Spore Bomb is. Oh, that's a new ability. Hits everything in the area for X+1 damage, where X is the number of targets in the blast. Wow, okay. That takes care of hers. I just need to get this dude one more confidence thing. See ya. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't see that guy. I did not see that dude. Okay, so can you Gale Grenade him? Yep. And then can you Spore Bomb him? Yep. There we go. This is how we do it. Okay. Okay, and then... Okay, sounds good, man. Okay, so so this so far is working out real well. I just need to figure out how to get this guy. Ooh, wait. Okay, so we did that already. We covered that. Can I then knock him? What? Can I... No, rewind. I did. So this went real well. I just have to figure out. Okay, I can't do that. I can broom reach out of here. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Complete. Which means he's going to get the cool, awesome new uniform. That was good stuff. Oh, man, the tactical train. Love it. Guessing the glowing walls are bad news? Barrier drone. Can't shoot in, but you can walk right through them. Stop telling her our shit works. Also, that's wrong. Points for effort, mate. Oh, man. Okay. Deal with all enemies within turn 1. 12 damage again with 1 spore bomb, huh? Okay. Oh, okay, so there's an actual operator of the barrier train. Or the barrier drone, rather. Blocking incoming fire. Okay. So... This isn't going to work. Oh, it is going to work. Great. You get out of there. Okay. That was... so far, so good. Okay. Oh, I didn't see... Oh, darn it. Ah, I didn't see that. That's annoying. Oh, I guess maybe it doesn't matter, actually. Oh, can't do that. No, this is a tough call. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do what I was planning on doing, which is moving here. So you do have to knock them out. Okay. Can I go here? No, I don't like that either. Can I go here? Defenestrate one of your own team. I get an achievement for that, but that's not going to work. There's got to be a way to do this. There's got to be a way to do this. I think that's the right way to do that. Knockback resisted. You still can see me? Really? All right, we're going to go here. I'm going to broom breach. Bringing me over here. See, wait a second. Before I do any of that. Okay, what if I go here? Can't broom breach, can I? Okay, this is going to be weird. Now I'm going to broom breach here. Now I move here. Use the laptop to open this. Now he goes over here. She uses the laptop. Oh. Right. He monobites. No. He rabbit bites. No. He impaling vines this guy. Nope. Nope. That's not the way to do it. He rabbit bites this guy. Killing him. She uses the laptop again. No, she static blasts him into the bomb of his own area. Uses the laptop. Takes cover. Why are you still able to... I think that's probably fine, although I don't fully understand why. Okay. Now she is going to move. This time she's going to move here. I think she has a broom breach left. She does. She's going to move here. Going to broom breach right here. Static blast him. That way. He is then going to impaling vine him. You come off there. Bye-bye. She moves there. That's how we do it. That is how we do it. Yeah. Thanks. What's the sit rep? Oh, just letting everyone kill each other. Then I'll res the ones I like. I think I'll go for a more hands-on approach. Teamers must reach the green zone. Banks transfer 4 damage at once. Have a rabbit enemy deal 6 total damage to other enemies. Wow, I don't know about that. Is that a turret? This seems really bad. First of all, goodbye. Secondly... No, rewind, rewind. Move up here. Okay, I like that. All right. Let's see. Can I Death's Door you? Okay. I love it. I love what I see. Now the last thing is, can I transfer protecting you? Still got a Spore Bomb. Oh, wait. Okay. Now, if I Spore Bomb... No, wait. Can I steal mana from anybody? No. Okay, good. Okay. So now, if I do this correctly... Okay, I like that so far. Feel bad for this guy, but... Okay. Chasers get to act after every single thing we do. Once they attack, they're done until next turn. A mana-enhanced super soldier mimicking Liv Kennedy's unnatural speed. Oh, they're too shaky to use guns. So you're taking a sledgehammer approach. Okay, that unnatural speed would be unfortunate. Bye-bye. And then... okay, well, actually... He sees everyone as a hostile target. Okay. Which means he's going to go after the turret. That's what I like to see. Nice static blast you. Okay. This is the right idea. I just got to make sure I do it the right spot. So if I go here... Okay, that means he's going after the turret, which is great. she... Okay. Good times, good times, good times. Okay, there's 2 left, which is the guy who's there plus the chaser. Okay. This may not quite work. Can I Death's Door you? Okay, wait. This is not going to work. It's a good idea, but it's not quite what we need. All right. Okay. So she... Wait, can you Death's Door right back there? Oh, you can. Bye-bye. Can you Death's Door there? What if I go here? Okay. It's funny because I'm having to anticipate the move that they're doing. And then you... Yep. That's how we do it downtown. I love it. Vesker, Sabin, cover me. I'm going to cross. If Reactor want those warheads, I'm going to put a bow on him first. On it. Help Moss reach the bomb site. Moss must survive. Help Moss plant the bomb by the end of turn 1. Help Moss reach the bomb site. Oh, I get it. So what we do about that is real simple. We go... I'm just curious. Actually, wait, rewind. Swap. Move. Rewind. Oh my god, I think I get it. So, this is what I do. Costs 1 mana, right? So I charge here. I grab the intel, which gives me another mana. I swap here. Still haven't moved. Move here. I got 1 more swap. Oh, can I not get to you? Ah, it was so good. Such a good plan. What if I move here? Okay. I was so excited for this one. Then I move here. Swap. Nope. I like this. I just haven't figured it out totally yet. Actually, wait. I can rewind. I can throw it here. Rewind. Throw the riot block here. Can you not get there yet? Wow, okay. So I really gotta move her directly to... This is the right idea. I just have to get her closer. Okay. Move here. Let's see. Use the laptop. False prophet. False prophet. Okay. This is so close. There's got to be a way to do this. Swap with you. This is, I can do that. I know I can do this. I know I can do this. Help Moss plant the bomb by the end of turn 1. I know I can do this. No, this is not the way to do it. I know there's a way to do this. All right, so. Yeah, I'm way overthinking this. Wait, what? Get out of here. Wait a second. Should be able to get to him, maybe? I can't swap. Might be able to here. Damn. Okay, so that is gonna work. That is gonna work. Oh, and now that I did that, now can I swap over again? Okay. Goodbye. That's what I'm talking about. Take the intel. Move over here. And you... Throw that. Raise the block height. Which means they can come in as much as they want, but it's just going to leave them on that one side. Okay, package arm. Get back to your friends. Let them know the north train's going to blow. Now we got to get out. Green zone time. Right, we got a chaser. We got a tracker. Good luck getting anywhere. Not going to be killing any, healing anybody on my watch thanks to the riot block. This riot block is starting to kick major ass. I love it. Okay, now the question is, can I get her? Okay. Green zone. Okay. Chaser. Okay, first of all, you're dead. Welcome to the party, pal. Okay. This guy is still locked in place. This is taking a little bit longer than it should, this mission, because okay, you're dead. That riot block was super useful. Okay. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Really enjoying this train level. This is good stuff. Everyone back to the south train. The north one's toast in 3 seconds. Oh, this ought to be good. Get 3 team members off the enemy train by the end of turn 3. Oh, okay, okay. That's going to be a joy. See, so I have this ability where I can continue to do charge basically until I stop hitting something. Laptop. Okay, let's see. Nothing you see on Shadowrun games, the train heist? Actually, it's true. Is there a train heist thing in Shadowrun? I don't think there is, and you'd think it would be like super epic, right? You would think it would be. Yeah, buddy. Ryan didn't even move yet. Jeez, neither has Jen moved yet. Jeez. Okay. Room breach? See if I can do this way. Okay. Okay, so we've got those. We got 3 over there already. Okay. Okay. You're over on that side. Now I just need to get him back. Okay. 2 team members off the train. Okay. Oh. You don't... You knock that off. Nope, I don't... That doesn't work. Does not work. You move here. Grab the intel. You're dead. Okay. Now the question is, can I get him off? Okay, Jen, I need you to get rid of this neutralizer in the worst way. No, it's not going to work. Okay, Ryan. Bye-bye. Love to see that. Things you love to see. Do you have movement left? Yeah, you do. Okay, so we're going to swap with you. Ryan, we can't get you off yet, but we will soon. Thanks. So a sedative cocktail. I want you to move here. Actually, okay. Got to get Ryan off this turn. Okay. Everyone is now off the train. You use a laptop. Let's see. The hell is Zan? Jen, Banks, Dahl, Ryan. Did Zan get knocked off and I didn't see it? I'm not 100% sure if I did this right. Oh, there's Zan. Okay. Okay, that's why. Okay, that's better. I was like, wait, what? Okay, so... Okay. Okay. Okay, they're all off, so now... Okay, so far so good. I need to get Banks off of there. Okay, getting there. Then I have to move you here. Zan is the only problem. What am I going to do with Zan? No, doesn't work. Everybody else is on this side. How do I get Zan out of there? No, it doesn't work. Steal mana from you. Riddling dart you again. Dead. That means Zan is now okay. Room breach out of the way. Out of the way. Out of the way. Out of the way. That's it. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Mission complete. Sabotage the reactor train. Is Sabotage reactor train complete. That was sweet. That was really fun. That whole level was really fun. God, what a mess. You guys should get some rest. I'll take care of the bodies. Jen gives Banks a look. Banks sighs. Or I could bring them back. What? Yes, indeed. I love that we have a druid hitman. Yep. That worked. That worked. Okay. So, Jen, point blank. That's useful. Refreshes the move. Lightning strikes them for 2 damage. Could be useful. All right, conduits. That could be useful. I've used Broom Breach a lot. Point blank, I don't know about this because I don't know about running up. So I could run up and blast, run up and blast, run up and blast. A druid man, yeah, exactly. Let's see. Chaining through friendlies refunds the action cost. +2 knockback to final target is possible. Yeah, I don't care as much about this. Well, second wind would be give me more flexibility, I guess. Storm grenade is not as useful because of the way I use it. So second wind, I also like forced entry. Forced entry. Yeah, so it would be either this, which is possible. Yeah. So it's either forced entry or second wind. I'm going to go with forced entry. I used Broom Breach enough that I could see that. It's been a while, actually, Echo. It's a good question. I mean, I've been using my ARV, I've used ARV Top, basically. Well, it's basically ARBox 2.0. Going to be using it again, almost certainly, though, in San Francisco, when I'm out in the West Coast next month. Almost certainly, Echo, I'm going to use it at some point. I don't know exactly where, because it depends on internet, but for sure I'm going to be using it. And I haven't had a chance to use it much. I have once or twice, but not as much over the last year because of a variety of reasons. But yes, my guess would be that I will be using it. Okay, let's see. Spores feed on every target in the blast area, exploding more violently for each affected. So I just gained 1 more use per encounter. Well, that's useful. Knockback per target's okay, but I like the 1 use per encounter. That might be very useful. Frost Fingers, I still don't think is that important for a variety of reasons. Grip Thorns, that would have helped in that last scenario, actually. Oh, yeah. No, believe me, before I leave, I will be definitely checking it out for sure to make sure that it's ready to go, for sure. Quick Sprout, no. Grip Thorns, no. Frost Fingers, no. So I really think this one is the main one, that +1 use. Okay. Confirmed. Now, outfits. Yeah. Hell yeah. I definitely wanted him to have that. She, on the other hand, has already got what I want. He's got all these things, but I don't want any of this. Like, that's cool and all, but, like, I think this is the... He looks good in the dark arts thing. I like the longer coat. Yeah, I like the dark arts thing. She needs 2 more so that she can get that, which is her best one. So White Witch is good. Not interested in either one of these. White Witch. Right there. He's got the best one, as I just said. Her, I want her to get that, but we need a couple more points for that. Still don't like any of hers. I I don't like this. I don't like this. Ascender, I don't even know what that is, but I'd like to at least get a couple points to get one of these. He's got what I was hoping for, though. So, all right. Doll's brain that night. Oh, it's a dream. I know that outfit. You ought to. You designed it. I never built it, though. I'm the you who did. So you're a dream self. Vesker told me about them. What's the point? Why didn't you build the suit? I'm owed in a revolution together with two bloodied fists. Had to shelve some hobby projects. Not right now. You're not even in Callan for the first time in your life. You got out. And you're here to guilt me about it? I'm here to ask why you didn't do it sooner. Well, I'm here to work out some aggression so your thing can wait. Fine, I'll take the lead, show you some tricks you haven't learned yet. I do like the stuff on her back, but the dream version of Doll has every perk unlocked you'll need them. Long press in her class portrait to see what they are and what they do. Charge, momentum, rampage 2, telephasing, blind faith. Swap with targets you can't see? Oh, wow, let's go. Oh my gosh, swap with targets you can't see would be sick. Finish by the end of turn 1, huh? That is insane. Oh, use the laptop to open the security door. I was not paying close attention to that. Actually, wait. This is silly. I can do this a much different way. Can do this a much, much different way. Okay, so. Since you can swap with anybody. Use laptop. Okay. All right, so breach here. Okay. Now. Swap here. Use the laptop. You. That was silly. Move here. Charge. Charge again. Charge again. I still have all those, so check this out. Okay, so that's not going to work quite right. Okay. This is an interesting little puzzle we've got here. All right, there's got to be a way to do all this. Finish by the end of turn 1. There's got to be a way to do this. Okay, it's got to start with breaching here. Swap. Here's laptop. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Charge again. Okay. Swap with you. Okay. Let's see. Here. And then you move here. Oops. And then charge. Wait. So you go over here. Let a single teammate perform 5 actions in 1 turn. Yeah, buddy. Finish by the end of turn 1. That was cool. So how does it feel to get out into the world? Meeting weird foreigners, seeing your first mountains, blowing up a train? It's a change. Won't last. It could. You're an engine doll, but you spent half your adult life in top gear. If you don't change down soon, you're not going to remember how. Change takes momentum. That's physics, not psychology. You're fighting for a people. Don't forget you're one of them. I want to point out some good dialogue in this. Some just good, solid writing. It's not perfect all the time, but there are a lot of good moments that show that these people who wrote this know what they're doing. Change takes momentum. That's smart because it's reflecting something about Dahl, who's all about charging around the field. And then the other one's saying that's physics, not psychology. You're fighting for a people. Don't forget you're one of them. That's good. You want me to walk away from the fight I bled for? You're already away, and I know you're going back. But while you're out here, let yourself breathe it in. Go back ready. I'm ready now. Let's see. Cause an enemy to shoot the person you swapped with, huh? Oh my goodness gracious, gravy, gruel, grow, gosh. Can I not? Okay. Okay, I got 1 mana. I only have 1 mana left. Oh, wait, I can throw... Because you can swap with objects, can't you? Yep. Swap with that. Yep. Hurry. Use both laptops to open both security doors. Done. Goodbye. I'm out. Love it. The real question is, why are you talking to me about this? I tried ignoring you. You kept talking. No, I mean, why isn't this dream about Jita? You talked to him every day since he died about everything and nothing. But not now. I still hear him. We still talk. He's just fuzzier. Since you died. I didn't die. You took a lethal wand shot to the head. I got better. You were resurrected. Southerner word, contradiction in terms. Death is permanent by definition. You get better, you weren't dead. That's what I'm talking about. We don't even have words for some of the concepts out there. How many wars have been fought in Callan over the nature of death? How much of this fight is about the nature of death? And then 3 foreigners pull up and one of them can undo it. It's not death. Okay, but it's something. Something we didn't know was possible. Something like that could change everything. I didn't have to leave Callan to meet Banks. Okay, but can we agree you're going to meet more weirdos outside of Callan and in it? Granted. You think if I'll take a vacation, I'll solve death? I think you're getting your head out of the fight might be good for your head and the fight. Am I going to lose him? I don't know. I don't think so. Everything's changing. Anything could be messing with our connection. Because I don't think I can lose him again. I know. We won't. Some good stuff here. 6 total damage from missing your riot block. Okay, knock all enemies out. Shotgunner. Okay, gonna fire from short range. That's not great. I don't love it. No, sir, I don't love it. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get to all of them now. Hmm. Whoa. Okay, so now... You ready, hun? Okay, I'll come down in a minute. Oh, okay. Well, let me just... Hey, what's up, Isterma? And yes, I am in agreement. I'm definitely going to do that exactly. That's physics, not psychology. Seems too pithy. It's just I am not saying it's like deathless wisdom, right? But I think it's thoughtful in a way that is, I don't know, it's thoughtful. I appreciate sort of what it's trying to do. So Oh, goodness. Sorry about that. I just did my own Tactical Breach Wizards IRL, except it was Tactical Breach. Get 2 cats out of the office. Let me see what I missed. Sorry. Okay. So anyway, yeah. Wild Jet Raid. Okay, first of all, hi Jet Sword. Thank you. Hi Jagtress. Good to see you. Yeah, apologies everybody. I was trying to get 2 cats out of my office right now that I didn't want up here. So hello to Sword Swingers and the Jet Sword people. And so final act. Good to see you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And apologies for being away. Had to move like this one here, this cat here, move the other one here, and we did it all. And yes, Echo is correct. Thank you, Echo, for manning the store. That is, we are right now trying to get through Act 5, or at least through half of Act 5, and then finish up Act 5 in our next play. So, yeah, thanks, Echo. I appreciate that. Okay, so now the question is that a chaser? That may help me out in a minute, possibly. Because if I move here... not sure about this one. Yes, I do. Love that. Can I then swap with this? Which means I can then... Oh, this is going to be fun. Watch this. You go there. You go there. So good, so good. Such good times. Love it. And loving it. Okay, now move you. That was great. That being able to charge back and forth is so freaking clutch. It is so clutch. Okay. Okay, now, I swap with you. Oh, can I not swap with you? Oh, maybe I can't. Wait, maybe I can if I go here. I think that swap is going to be useful. All right, so I've got that guy to deal with, but I've only got to close these things first. So if I go up... Okay. Pick up my riot block. Let's see. Throw my riot block here. I'm gonna need that in a minute. Okay, now you charge here. Thank you. Oh, I can't swap with that. I was out of swaps. Alright, then I need to throw the riot block somewhere else. Let me throw my riot block here. Now I can charge into you. That kills you. Then I charge here. It's recalled because it was destroyed. Seal the door. And now I just have one enemy I have to do. I have to get left. This should be interesting. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this, but... So, if I swap with you... And then you, I charge 3. And then again. And dead. Kapow. That's how we do it. Good stuff. This was Jadis' fight. He was the radical. I know. If you're going to tell me I shouldn't honor him. No, I'm done arguing. I just like remembering him. Me too. He didn't want you in it. I'm not arguing. But he didn't. I know, and I tell him every day. Tough effing luck. Staying out can keep me safe. The day they killed me, it would have killed him. They would have killed me if I hadn't unlocked. Another foreign word. I didn't know what the F else to call it. I just saw that metal bastard standing over him melt the cold power radiating off that armor, and every atom in me just said, no. You don't get to have that power. That safety. You don't need it. I do. And then I had it. You don't have to remember the rest. You don't have to relive it. Thanks. You've given them hell for 10 straight years. You dealt them blows like they've never known. The armor's cracking. And Jadis so effing proud of you, doll. He always knew your power. He's the only one who knew you could take on a nation if you had to. But he loves your art. And he can't watch it get crushed between a shield and a stone wall. Do him one more favor. Look after yourself. I'll try. Okay. Reach. Give me a second. Of course. All right. Knock out all enemies. We have to bait. Can't defenestrate this. Don't seal any doors before the end of turn 3. Oh, I'm not doing that. Hell with that. That's cute, but no. Not even a chance. I'm not going to do that. Okay, we're going to throw a riot block there. You are going to swap with this. Seal that door. Come up here. It's charging time. Charge here. Seal door. That's it. That's it. Love it. Don't seal any doors. Get the hell out of here. Absolutely not. Stage 4. Yeah, Jet Sword. If you like anything relating to tactics, and this has got a little bit of XCOM vibes. Sorry. Definitely some Shadowrun vibes. Oh, okay. I hope make sure you're being safe too. But yeah, If you like Shadowrun, if you like sort of like, as I said, this has got kind of XCOM-y vibes a little bit. The game really reminds me a lot in terms of like the mechanics of fights in tight spaces. If you know that game, a lot of good stuff here. Shields down, complete Doll's anxiety dream. Unique perk acquired. Learning to ease off on herself just a little help Doll to start trusting her instincts. Her power never actually needed vision of the target. She just never pushed herself to try without it. Blind faith. Oh, that's so huge. Oh my goodness. Such a big one. Say equals yes. Drunk equals yes. Drinking more equals no. Okay, good. Fort Osprey. Nice here, actually. All right, we're on foot from here. Reactor have taken Villa Medil. Railroad center cut off. We need a defensible position while we wait for backup to take back the villa and transport onto the reserve. Do we need the villa? Well, we'd quite like our seat of government back, but apart from the symbolic significance, it's the nerve center of our national defense systems. Reactor needed to assault the reserve. We need it back to stop them. Are the council okay? Yeah, we moved them to bunkers last week when we saw this brewing. What's the plan? Fort Osprey. It's an old World War IV bunker on the cliffs. Oh my god, old World War IV. Reactor took it yesterday and started moving craft coffins in there. Having fun in Jack Chris. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I'm glad. What were you folks playing? You know we're gonna ask. Craft coffins? It's what we're calling Reactor Super Soldier Tech. You'll get it when you see them. Regular grunt gets in, 100 needles pump modified mon into their blood, and they come out 6 hours later with superpowers and stage 4 cancer. Oh my god. We've done autopsies. It's a horror show in there. Wrecking their stockpile of these is a chance we can't pass up. It's well defended, but I've been looking forward to seeing your breach and clear skills firsthand. Don't get your hopes up. Don't mind him. We're game. All right, let's move. Do the guns do magic? What's up, Rising Tides? Oh, Warframe. Okay, cool. This game, you know what? I don't know how much of it, Rising Tides, you've been able to see. This game's writing is pretty good. This game is sneaky. I said before, I think before you were in here, I don't think this game's title did it any favors. Tactical Breach Wizards is not, so Echo came up with a couple of really good ones. But there should have been something that was a little more snappy, because I think a lot of people heard the title and were like, what? But the writing is much better than you would expect for what the game sort of I guess, plans out as, for what you would expect the game to be. Writing is solid, and the mechanics are really fun, too. So there's a lot of good stuff in this game. First time partnering with my own murderer. Not my first time partnering with a mark. How about hunting a former client? Betrayal can't be great for business. Loyalty's a mug's game. Make it worth my while to help you, and you can take that to the bank. And taking out Liv's worth your while? Letting your killer walk ain't great for your rep either. Can't imagine what it'll do for yours. Are you trying to persuade me to kill you? Nah, not worth your while yet. I'll be gone before it is. All right, we're up. SWAT, Special Wizards and Tactics, or Special Wizard Air Service. It's just so it's so much like cooler, like hooky, like, ooh, that's cool. All right. Finish the level without letting any enemies attack. Deal 8 total damage with 1 spore bomb. I have to knock out all enemies and use the laptop to open the security door. Okay. Oops. Okay. And then, let's see. Okay. Kabam. Booyah. Love tactical games. FF Tactics and XCOM. Well, so Final Fantasy Tactics is actually my favorite game of all time. I love Final Fantasy Tactics, and if you haven't played the remake, you should. They did an excellent job. That was my game of the year last year. XCOM I liked, although it's not as much my jam as the fantasy stuff is, and B, I get very frustrated with some of the, like, you missed at point blank range at 99.9999999% probability. The whole there's a reason you call it, like, you've been XCOM, so that frustrates the hell out of me. But obviously, so too many bugs in your home, call the SWAS. This is what I on not only that, Rising Tides. Okay, so first of all, it's got much better character story than one might think. It's really interesting mechanically in terms of the actual gameplay, and major anti-authoritarian aspects. Like, you would I have a feeling you would play this and you'd be like, damn, like, there is a lot of, like, anti-capitalist and 100% anti-authoritarian government-ish like vibes in this. 100%. So yeah, well, that's true, Jet. Yeah, that's true. Thought you were taking a west door. I'm avoiding Ryan. Act like we're talking tactics. You've got beef? 3 minutes into the op? I didn't track you as the type, Vesker. Look, I'm just not in a place to defend my worldview right now. And he's needling me. Figuratively this time. So you're going to change your breach based on the pre-breach company? Not proud of it, but I need to focus, and you're a comforting presence. That is not how people usually feel. Not your enemies, sure. Not strangers generally, even on our side. Why? I'm blunt, I'm a killer, and I'm a figurehead. Plenty to prick from. Averse to are what you want in a fight. Can't speak to figurehead, but you're a born leader. That takes clarity. I can step up when I have to, but people smell the doubt on me a mile off. Doubt's good for plans. Once you have one, show resolve. Okay, how? Well, maybe don't futz with breach positions and blow the damn door. Yeah. I just am like, just one line, Rising Tides from before, that I heard that I really liked, that his Terma was commenting on too. The line is, oh God. I'm remembering the end part of it, which is, okay. So Dahl, who is this sort of the one that you see with the big shield, whose big thing is like charging, running at people and charging them from a distance, hitting them, with like basically like sort of is this sort of build up and then hit you from distance. Vanguard in Mass Effect, right? That's her big thing. So she has the line, and I want to make sure that I get it right. She has the line, so the line is she's doing this dream sequence with her dream version of herself. And the dream version basically says to her, you've got to take some time off, like you're killing yourself doing it this way, blah, 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 blah. If you're going to chain, you need to be able to, if you're going to change, you're going to need to get some rest to do it. Something like that. And Dahl's response is, change requires momentum. To which Dahl's dream self says, that's physics, not psychology. And then goes on to say, a couple of other cool things. Here's why that's good writing just for people in general. 1, change requires momentum is not only A, vaguely true, which is what Esterma pointed out, right? But B, and more importantly, is exactly what Dahl, who spends her entire time in this game zipping around the battlefield, building up and charging people down, that's exactly the kind of thing that she would say. So it's not only from a philosophical point of view, there's an element of it that you're like, oh, that makes sense. But it's also exactly what she specifically as a character would say. And to then follow that up with, that's physics, not psychology, is a further twist on it, because even though it's true that that's physically accurate, it also is true that that's not psychologically accurate to what Dahl actually needs. So you're talking about there 3 words, change requires momentum, followed by 4 words, that's physics, not psychology. 7 words in which you get major character development basically 2 times over. Very good writing. And it's writing that does a lot with a little. It's efficient writing, and it's also not expected, right? You don't go, oh my God, what about this? It's good stuff. Right? So what I love about and so the reason I'm bringing this up here is that I think there are so many good independent games out there, and some of the best writing that you'll get in independent games comes from people who really have worked on their writing as its own separate skill, not just, oh, I think I'm doing some writing here or whatever. So Citizen Sleeper 1, Citizen Sleeper 2 have excellent writing, right? I will say, though, that there are times when I think Citizen Sleeper 2 makes its point, and then Double and Triple makes its point, so you're like, I get the point. Even though it's doing it with good writing, even though there's some interesting subtle work there, sometimes there's also a little bit like, bro, we got the point, okay? This is, in a way, more efficient than that. Now, I don't think the writing here is better, because the writing in Citizen Sleeper 2 is very good, and in some ways it's going for more than what this is doing. But efficiency here really works, I think, to the advantage of this game in terms of writing. If you were to take the writing chops of this, or frankly of Citizen Sleeper, and put it into Solasta, which was a very good role-playing game mechanically, but had a couple of issues in terms of, like, the character models didn't look great, and, like, the voice acting was meh. But the better way to look at it, I think, is if that writing that you get, like, you could tell the Solasta writing is fine, like, it's solid, it does what it needs to do, whatever, but it's not anything that I like that game in spite of the writing, in a way, not because the writing's bad, but just because the writing's forgettable. The mechanics, the sort of D&D style level of it, the managing of the 5e mechanics and everything is the thing that really sells that game. But if you take this level of writing and put it into that, now all of a sudden you've got something. It's even more efficient than, dare I say it, Disco Elysium, which I know everyone loves, especially writers, but oh my God, there's a lot of writing McWrighty pants writing in that game. And I do wonder a little bit sometimes about the efficiency of something like this in comparison. Again, not saying this is better writing. It's just interesting that this is the way they're getting it across. All of which is to say, work on your writing, put your writing into the game, and it makes a big difference, and it makes the game stand out. For sure. Often true, Jet, but not always. I think a lot of the writing in The Witcher 3 is very good. I think that there are good moments of writing in the Mass Effect series. I think that there are big games that can really do writing. Well, I would argue, actually, I think the writing in Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, which I think are the 2 best remakes ever made, I think Remake and Rebirth have very good writing, and no one would argue that those are not AAA, big-time AAA games. But having said that, yes, I think sometimes writing has been something which becomes secondary, but I think that's changing. Because I think as people recognize the difference between, slop AI and crap, junk mail-it-in stuff and actual good writing, that makes a difference. So, sorry for the temporary, I just had to go through that because I obviously like talking writing quite a bit, so. Okay, deal 20 knockback and 4 bonus brittle damage, okay. Let's see, can I... I really would like to get up here, and I can't seal that off, and I can't seal that off. Oh. Well. That's going to be fun. We're going to get a reactor super heavy. Oh. Wait, let me see. I missed something. Witcher's Remastered, Effect, God of War, amazing writing, FF Games, spectacular writing. Yeah, amen to that. Yeah, exactly what Gary and Kella said. Final Fantasy VII Remake is the first one of the trilogy. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the second one of the trilogy. And Final Fantasy VII Reconstituted. No, I have no idea what the third one's going to be called yet. But the final Final Fantasy VII of that trilogy of the remakes is what that's going to be. I see. That's interesting. I would have to think about that with Hollow Knight because I like Hollow Knight a lot, but I wonder a little bit. I mean, it's not my jam to play it, but I like watching it. But I wonder a little bit about how that would all work collectively. Like, it's not exactly what I mean. I'm curious to see sort of how the stories. I like implied lore that you get from there. But in terms of actually putting and constructing a story, Hollow Knight is fairly sparse in that regard. Nothing against the world building, so. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII regurgitated. Final Fantasy VII redefeated. Okay. Love to be able to get... All right, let's have you breach first. Spore bomb. Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII, Redonulus. Oh, the written lore. So, when you actually get to the written lore, yes, I do think sometimes that Dark Souls and the others get into trouble a bit because the assumption is just like, oh, they'll get there, and you're like, well, I mean, eventually you might get there, I suppose. That's unfortunate. No, I'd like to... Can I get... Okay. Okay. Problem is then I don't get the predictive bolt up, though. Okay. Okay. Well, what is the good? I have... Yeah. Is there no Overwatch? Yes, actually what I just did there, Predictive Bolt, is Overwatch, basically. So as someone comes in with his range, he's going to get shot. Guy coming out of here is going to be a heavy, a reactor super heavy, which means it's going to be harder to deal with him. But that's okay. The bigger issue to me is where I want to put this guy. Because if I put him here, and I Spore Bomb... No, rewind. I put him here. Spore Bomb here. Okay. So now there's 2 enemies left, and he's still got one of those left. Okay. Okay. That was good. Guy got shot the minute he showed up, which is exactly what I wanted. I have to knock these 2 out. Now, the cool thing about this is... She has got charge. And charge, when you use charge, it will refresh. Like that. So now I go up here. Okay. Now, Ryan. We're going to Brittling Dart this guy, which means it's going to make him very subject to... Okay, I don't know if I want to... Okay. Now she is going to charge into him. And do much more damage and took out his armor, and then he shot him. And she's going to do that one more time. He is dead. All enemies and reinforcements done. Everyone survived. That's how you do it. Yeah. It's very satisfying when you... Now, I could also have done these bonuses to basically get them more confidence points, which basically just lets you unlock outfits. There are some cool extra outfits. Not always easy to do that, so like I could... It's basically like sort of almost in-game achievements. I've done some of them. I've probably done about 50% of them, I would say, but I'm not going to knock myself out to be like, wait, I haven't done the following. You know, I haven't done that yet, so... That was an ominous noise. Shield generators. Saw a reactor testing them on Libely. Like the drones on the train? No, those were barrier drones. Different concept. That sounds incredibly similar. Shield generators grant personal shielding, a tight energy field around the body that makes you tougher. Whereas barrier obviously means a lateral wall that's impenetrable in one direction. Since when are you a military nerd? I'm an etymology nerd. You don't get far in medicine treating related terms like they're synonyms. All right, nerd. What can we do about them? I imagine with the right weapons and tactics, 2 capable wizards could pile on enough damage to punch through heavy shielding before it regenerates. But since it's us, I suggest you just go and turn them off. Reactor love and off switch, huh? I think their track record with automated friendly fire has something to do with it. Ready when you are. Disable all shield generators, huh? Okay. Well. Reinforcements. Doesn't look like there are reinforcement. Oh my god, a lot of heavy gunners though. Alright, so got some people we're gonna have to deal with. Broom Breach lets me go through windows. I don't have that right now, I don't think. So I've got 1, 2, 3 shield generators left. Finish by the end of turn 2, huh? checking something. Bye-bye. Have I mentioned I can knock people out of the walls? Because that really helps. Oh, there is broom breach. Oh, okay. Well, so what we're going to do here is we move here, deactivate the shield generator, then we're going to broom breach here, which means out a window, through here, and well, deactivate that shield generator too. So there's one left. And can I broom breach one more time? Finish by the end of turn 2. I can do it. Okay. So now, let's see. I'm going to get here. Now that all your shield generators are gone. Oh, well, it looks like all but 3 of them, though. This guy here will bounce off walls. I think I can do better than that. No, I don't love that either. All right, so can I Death's Door you here? All right, let me try moving. Death's Door. Can I not Death's Door you here? Okay. That is unfortunate. Oh, you want? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, good philosophy is definitely really interesting and has value, but I will admit it does not get you fired up in the same way. It often would not get you fired up in the same way as it could otherwise. I would definitely be with you on that. I don't like any of these options. What if I come here? Okay, that's stunned you. Transference. This. On this. Yep. Why are you losing any health, though? Okay. Okay. 2 left. Okay. Jen, you first. Nope, wait. Broom breach first. No, it's not the way to do it. Broom breach here, because when you come out of here, you're going to pick up the intel. Broom breach, come through here. Grab the intel. Move here. Deactivate the shield generator. Okay. Now the question is, can I... Alright, so... we're going to do that differently. We're going to come here. Deactivate the shield generator. Not sure about that. Absolutely critical thinking, but to be honest, you're going to use critical thinking. I mean, critical thinking you would want to make sure works. Okay, good. I can just kill that guy off. Critical thinking you can also get, you know, following in English, you know. Just saying. Gale grenade. Activate shield generator. Oh, wait, does that restore your movement? Wait, when does that happen? Oh, that's right, because when you use Static Blast, you get move back. Well, well. That's right. Okay. Can I do this? Throw Death's Door there. Knock you in there. Ah. I know there's a way to do this. Oh, I hear you. Yeah, that's something you've really got to think through, as I know you know. Because there's a lot there for sure. Okay. 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 Now doing that, can I then use this? Wait a minute. It's not going to work. The idea is correct. I just have to figure out how to do this properly. No, not that way. Okay. Now you, Death's Door here. You move here. No. 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 There we go. Disable all shield generators. Done. Done. Finish by the end of turn 2. Boom. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, what a lot of English teachers and professors, I think philosophy professors may or may not admit this, there's a lot of philosophy in English classes, to be honest, because it has to do with understanding the books that you're studying, right? And that, a lot of that comes from that aspect. So, but of course, philosophy, you know, I have colleagues. I am in the division of arts and humanities at my university that I teach at, and so I have several philosophy/theology professors in my department, and I also have several English professors and one speech professor in my department. So this stuff, you know, it's all in the humanities sort of like hopper. But that said, I think that there's a lot that literature covers philosophically and otherwise. That said, though, Gary, I think a lot of it involves thinking about what you're trying to sort of get across, because I have, you know, I have a decent knowledge of sort of general philosophy, right? But I am not a philosophy professor, and you know, I know some of the things, I know some of the basics about Lacan, and you know, and also Foucault, and like, who's not really philosophy per se, but sort of in the ballpark, and others. Like, so I have some general sense of it. But I often use that in the study of the literature that we're doing, and in the teaching of the literature that we're doing. But if you want to be able to really get in depth into it, then you're going to need the philosophy, you know, classes too. So, which again, I know you know this, but you hear that too? Shield generators. They're very different to barrier drones, Anne. Makes sense. Personal shielding as opposed to spatial barricades, right? God damn it! Can everyone stop getting this so easily? I get it, but I'm not amped about it. This is already a room full of walking tanks. Then it's a good job there's 5 of us. Oh, yeah, for sure. And obviously thinking it through carefully is really important, as I'm sure you know. Have the team use 16 different abilities. Finish by the end of turn 1. Woo! Alrighty. Finish by the end of turn 1, huh? Reactor Super Heavy Fox. Wow, there's a lot of heavies. Okay, so we're going to do is we're going to go here. Broom breach here. Deactivate the shield generator. So we have 2 deactivated now. Wish I had some windows over here, but I don't. No, I'm going to do something a little bit different. So instead what we do is... Actually, there's a few ways to do this. Here. Broom breach here. Deactivate shield generator. You... swap here. Okay, we come up here. Wait, what? Why? Oh, I didn't do that right. Okay, okay. That's fine. Move here. Charge here. Deactivate that. Okay, all the shield generators are deactivated. I love it. Okay, we're getting there. I'm a stand-up philosopher. Yeah, well, that would have value in its own way, of course, Gary. All right, sounds good. Sleep well, Jet. Make sure you get plenty of water, hydrate, you know, all that kind of good stuff. Okay. Got 3 of them out. Okay, I can transference for this. Okay, good. That takes care of that. Now there's just Ryan. Take that from you. Okay, you're stunned now. Wait. Oh, right. Gives you mana back. Two. No, rewind. Okay, now you can swap with... Nice. By the end of turn 1, baby. Love that. Love that for us. Mission complete. Secure Fort Osprey complete. Ensure no craft coffins are damaged. Wait, what? Sorry, no, that one was one of theirs. Okay, phew. Smash up whatever you like. Yep, that's us. That was cool. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Level up. Oh, Ryan was so close. Oh, man. Okay. All right, so we have Persistent Delusion. Boost all targets. Could be useful. Prophet dies before it disappears. Mana is refunded. +1 damage. Conviction. Nah. So Time Bomb. Give an extra action. Could be useful. I think Time Bomb. All right, Dessa, what have you got? Gain 1 steady. I don't care about this. Big Head is possible. But, okay, Drowsy. Targets also take 1 damage on impact. One per turn. I like that. All right, Doll, what have you got? Swap with objects I think could be very useful. Still don't like the telephasing. +2 damage is nice, but travel at least 3 tiles, inflict +3 knockback. Useful, but telephasing, I understand the theory, but I don't know. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like it's going to work with me like the way that it wants to do it. So swap with objects, which means I can toss it. Yeah, it's going to be really useful. I'm so sad that he didn't get to 1 more. Although it wouldn't have mattered. I have most of what I need anyway. Like I might have done the brittle. Apply 1 brittle to them would have been useful, but okay. How are we doing on outfits? 1 more, and I could have gotten 1 of these, which I don't love, but at least it would have then let me see. Oh, I can see what this is now. Oh, so that's what that is. I see. So Ascender is literally the dream sequence thing. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right, well, she's got the one that I want. They're the one that I want. He's got the one that I want. She needs 2 more so I can pick up Death MD. This is fine. That's kind of cool, but still. I still think Ascender. And Ryan, Blood on the Ice. Okay. So we're going to move on, and then we're going to save, and that's going to wrap it up for tonight. This will do nicely. The rest of our people will be here by morning, and they'll take the lead on the Villa Op. It gives us some time to talk counter heist. The rest of Metal sees this invasion as an extinction-level event, and I can't say for sure it's not. But it's my job to think 5 moves ahead, and I think it might be the best chance we've ever had to secure lasting peace in Metal. And it all comes down to your mana-burning friend, Bori Kesh. Well, that's us fucked. Maybe, but let's start simple. When Kennedy hits the reserve, will she bring him? For sure. She's a caster down without me. She can't afford to bench the crew she's got left. Great, so we get him in the building for free. But the real target is the mines. They're directly below the building. We just need to figure out how to get him down there. What if Liv had a reason to send him there? Interesting. What's his skill set? Burning mana. Okay, well their main objective is to secure the mana, so I don't love it yet. Wait, that's not all. In Callan, she sent him to block off chapel reinforcements. We helped him do it. Do you have secret reinforcement tunnels leading into the mines? No. Damn. But Kennedy doesn't have to know that. This is good. I can work with this. Wolden, did Control let that courier get intercepted yet? Later tonight. Ask them to hold off a couple hours. I'm going to draw up some defense plans for these imaginary tunnels. I want them added to the packet before Reactor finds it. Amia Medill. How are we going to get Bori to actually light it up? Problem for another night. I've got maps to make. Everyone else should get some rest. Tomorrow we take back Metal. Alright. Gonna make these connections. Let's put the villa on here. Okay. Seat of government. Villa Medil is the seat of government here, where every Cultures Council member meets to manage affairs of state. So right away, it's not great that the reactor have taken it. But it gets worse. The Villa is the control center for key strategic defenses across the south. While reactor control it, the militia can't get close to the mines. Before this week, Metal's militia was officially cooperating with reactor forces in Metal. In reality, they saw the full-scale invasion coming and have been quietly preparing for it any way they can. Our contact Moss heads up a cell tasked with looking beyond this invasion and finding ways to secure Metal's future long-term. Her plan is to burn out the motherlode of mono ore under their mines, removing the motive for this and any other invasions. Osprey's an old World War IV fort, disused for years until reactor kicked off. They were using it to store craft coffins, the apparatus they used to boost their troops with mana. We helped the militia take it back from Metal, and now they're using it as a base of operations. Okay, one connection left to make. Let's see. Just seized Fort Osprey. That's right. And why we need it. Okay, let's see. Metal is a network of gun emplacements and anti-air countermeasures that can all be overseen from Villa Medil, their seat of government. World War IV fort. Not for a few weeks, Echo. After my daughter's graduation. It's right now the plan is for us to leave Wednesday, June 24th, I think it is. We will be, and then we're going to be we should be getting into San Fran on Wednesday the 24th. And then the event, the role play by the Bay, is Saturday the 27th. So that is the plan. Whoever controls it controls access to South Metal, including the mines. Okay, so controlled from... Okay, controlled from... Yeah. And then protects... There we go. Hey, that makes sense to me. No rush if you want to rearrange or go over the details, though. Okay. I like that little stage, too. I know, I saw that. Ryan's brain that night. Oh, no! Okay. F's sake. I finally get one of these head trip dreams and my alter ego stuck in ball liquor mode. First of all, hold off the nomination until my return. Your 10-year modiversary. First of all, thank you, Shatter. Thank you a ton. And yes, 10 years. Your 10-year modiversary. They just started doing this, I think, so. Roof. Come on, mate. You know I don't have any ear for this one. I'm up, right? Boof. You're doing my effing head in. Let's just crack some skulls, yeah? Fruff. Okay. Dreamrun shape whenever you do. If you become as the dog, he becomes a human and vice versa. Oh, that's going to be confusing. All right. I love this dream thing, but we're not going to do this right now. Okay. I do want to see... the missions hub. Fort Osprey. And then we did the dream. So we're going to do the anxiety dream by him is going to be that one next. So it looks like we've got after that. But remember, when you go on a big mission, you often get 3 or 4 of these at once. So that dream, so this is now definitely 2 sessions away at most, possibly 1 session. Huh, that's weird, but that's cool. So anyway, yeah, that's what we're looking at. And these ones are where you got all the starred things. I got a few starred things here and there. Really cool, though. I love that train one. That was very cool. Advanced training, cute. That anxiety dream is cool. I'm starting to really like Doll. Being able to charge around and then constantly refund your charge is huge. So that's the deal. I mean, if it's something that costs money, also definitely don't do that. But I could see that scenario working otherwise. Yes, I mean, he doesn't. It's not about writing speeches. He teaches speech, so he literally teaches speech and rhetoric. And I've done that before. I've taught a few classes in speech as well. Probably 3 of them, I want to say, over the years. I teach like 96%, 95 to 96% is literature. But once in a while, once every 4 to 5 years, probably I teach a speech class. So, Shadow Mage and a Shatter Mage. Shadow was here first. Well, yeah, and when Shatter Mage came in, you have no idea how many times people like, blah, 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 Shatter Mage, or blah, 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 Shadow Mage, and each one of them is like, that's not me. I'm a different person. It's very funny. Okay. Let's take a look at achievements quickly. 41% achievements. 0-day delivery. Get Moss to the bomb site in 1 turn. 15.3. So I think 15.3% is still the biggest achievement. Yeah. This is very cool. They're also working on a glimpse on their new project. I don't know what that is yet, but we'll see. But yeah, very neat. Very neat. I am impressed with this game. I am impressed with this game. It's good stuff. All right, everybody. Well, that is going to do it for me. For those of you who missed this before, God, 24-hour stream. I vaguely remember you doing that, Echo. You've done a fair number of streams late at night where you were struggling to stay awake only because it was like some absurd, like 5 in the morning for you or something, wherever you were. So I've seen that happen on multiple occasions. Yeah, so we managed to get this done. The reason I did not do D&D with viewers again is because by the time whoops. Sorry about that. You'll see that in a minute. No, but not right now. But was because I had we had friends here that we had not had a chance to actually like hang out with for a while. So they got out of here a little bit later than we planned. And so I thought rather than setting up the D&D with viewers thing, that's definitely 1 session left on Up the Beanstalk. So there's enough Tuesdays this month that I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get one of them in. And then we'll be able to do Up the Beanstalk and get that finished and get that out of the way before. And that will also set us up then for August, which would be the next one. And that'll be a little bit easier to manage than July, because the first few weeks of July are going to be involving travel, conventions, conferences, all type of stuff. So it's going to be a lot of that going on. But I had a really good time today. I really enjoyed Tactical. I really enjoyed Tactical Breach Wizards. Yes, do you see it? We've talked about that one before, Echo. That's what I got when I was in Norway the last time. But beans are too heavy, which too beanie rather. What's up, Dragon? How you doing, man? To make everyone feel like we've been joking a lot about, like, you know, I feel so old because I know. So my daughter, so little Arv, who's going to be graduating from high school, as you all know, in a couple of weeks. She's going to Vassar College in basically a year and a half or so, 2 years. She's taking a gap year. But so my daughter, my wife was pregnant with my daughter when we were last in Norway. We were in Norway in 2007. And so I got this basically 19 years ago. I didn't know. Listen, Echo, I'll tell you exactly how I got this. When I was in Norway, we were in Oslo first. And we went to Oslo, and I, you know, as many of you will know, have watched this stream. I like soccer jerseys. I have a fair number of them. And I had gotten, and I only have maybe like 2 long sleeve, maybe 3 long sleeve soccer jerseys, and I wanted something like that. Really? Yeah. Well, so what I asked the guy who ran the shop, I was like, listen, I like soccer jerseys, but I don't want to go to a place and get like I have, for example, the IAK, which is black and gold soccer jersey. And IAK is like the third team in Athens in Greece. And it is not like a team that's awful. Sometimes they actually do fairly well, but it's not a team that's like the New York Yankees that like buys everybody out and is constantly like obnoxious. And everyone's like, I'm a fan because they just win all the time, you know, blah, blah, blah. I wanted a team that felt a little bit more like somewhat of the underdog that could be sort of associated with this. And I said, so I'm looking for something which isn't just the dominant team that wins all the time, but still has some good years or whatever. And that's when he said, you should get this one. And I didn't really have at this time a blue and white one like I have this way. And I didn't even know you at the time. This was 2007. I hadn't even started streaming. It was 5 years before I started streaming. It was 4 years before I even knew of the existence of Twitch from that point. Yeah, how about those Knicks? Yeah, what a shame that the Oklahoma City Thunder lost today. I have to say, obviously I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm a Celtics fan, so I am definitely going to be rooting for the Spurs. Also because I kind of like Victor Wembanyama. My friend Toya Kristen Finley is a big Spurs fan. Those of you who have watched here, a San Antonio Spurs fan. So, and also Stephen Castle is their second best player on that team and has been doing great for the Spurs. And he, of course, is a UConn alum. Helped us win a championship a couple years ago. So, in the name of this... And also, Jalen Brunson is also a Villanova grad. So, like, all sorts of reasons for me to root for the Spurs. The only reason that I could even see myself rooting for the Knicks, or the fact that I wouldn't mind if they won, is because that was my parents' team. My parents really liked the Knicks, and they used to tell me all the time about the early 70s when obviously I was one, and they would tell me a lot about watching it and Bill Bradley and Walt Clyde Frazier and all these people who were big time players for them. So that would be fine, and obviously I work in New York and all that, but not a Knicks fan, a Celtics fan. But regardless, it'll be interesting to see how that kind of plays. So I'm a Texan. I supported the Knicks in the 90s. Yeah, it's good stuff. That's good stuff. Yeah, I think it'll be a good series. And I think there's going to be, the Spurs, they're going to be tough because the Spurs are young, they're hungry, they've arrived, they're gutsy, they have a great player. Wembanyama is a great player. As their leader for something like this. I think it's going to be a good series. I really do. Exactly. And I really have nothing to complain about because quite literally every one of my teams that I root for have won multiple championships. Like the Red Sox have won 4 championships in my lifetime. The Huskies have won 6 championships in my lifetime. The women Huskies have won 13 championships, whatever it is now, in my lifetime. The Steelers have won, really 6 championships in my lifetime. But even in my fandom, like specifically a couple of championships since then. So they've won. Who am I missing? The Red Sox, football, baseball, basketball. And the Celtics. In professional sports, the Celtics have won 5 championships in my lifetime, 4 or 5. And obviously they've won the most championships overall, but even in my lifetime, they've won 4, I think it is, or 5. And they've won 2 championships in my recent fandom, relatively speaking. So I really have nothing to complain about. From a sports point of view, once the Red Sox won, that was the dam breaking. Everything else that I root for pretty much has won. I guess it'd be nice if the Whalers returned back to Hartford so I could root for them because I can't be a Carolina Hurricanes fan. I'm sorry, like after they left Hartford, but regardless. So talking NBA once every month, Master the Dungeon, but with Russ, Shadow Rage, and John Helfer. So talking sports. Oh, that would be fun. When the Jordan Bulls broke up at Cutest tournament. That'll be fun. I know that, I don't know. I understand that it's not always like, everyone makes sports ball jokes and all that, but I do like sports. My dad was a college professor like me, but my dad definitely also liked sports. And I kind of learned it from him. And he said, it was important not to just be in my head all the time. It was important to be able to kind of, be looking out for something. And he was the one that got me really playing tennis and table tennis and basketball. My son is really into basketball now. He's obviously still does the ninja stuff. So he still does the Ninja Warrior, obstacle course business, but he's also gotten a lot more into basketball. I think a lot of that was I took him to the NBA Hall of Fame, and he got some basketball cards there, and that had a profound effect. This is in the last month. So what he's been doing is he's been doing solo, like he's been doing the number one seed. He's been asking me to pick, and this is pushing my knowledge, honestly. He's like, okay, Daddy, I need the top 6 Memphis Grizzlies of all time. And I'm like, I don't even know if a Memphis Grizzly fan could name you the top 6 Memphis Grizzlies of all time. But anyway, so I've had to name a bunch of those, and then he put them all in seeds because he knows about that from like the Ninja Warrior stuff. So like the number 1 seed the 1 against 40, 2 against 39, 3 against 38, blah, blah, blah. He's put them all against each other, and then he does these like shooting outside basketball things. We have a basketball hoop in the back. Like shooting outside to kind of see who actually wins and then pairs them up against each other or whatever. And he's going to be going to a new school in the fall when he goes to 5th grade. And they have a basketball program after school. Like they have a basketball team that we're hoping that he's gonna want to be a part of. And so very cool. He also, by the way, has a dance recital tomorrow. So please wish my son, the best of luck doing this dance recital. He's going to be doing that tomorrow. But yeah, so a lot going on with that. But anyway, so there's very much basketball has been on everyone's mind. It means my wife has had to pick up on it too, because he's asking my wife all these questions also about, Mommy, okay, what about this? What about that? And she's like, and I'm like, it's all right. I got this. I can handle this. So it'll be good. So yes, and I will pass that on to him, Echo. So anyway. So yeah, so it's busy times in Casa del Arv, but it's all good times as well. And now I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to go sign off so I can go to bed and get some sleep. But really enjoyed this tonight. D&D with Viewers will be back coming up on a Tuesday this month. I don't know which one yet. Triffitt and I will work on the schedule over the weekend. Tomorrow I've got to get a couple things done for work first, and then I will move on to deal with schedule stuff tomorrow before my son's aforementioned dance recital. And then we're going to get into the summer. I'll have a couple of weeks of writing and streaming, basically doing writing stuff. I'm working on a manuscript. I've got things out on submission, so I'll be doing that too. But yeah, and we will finish up Tactical Breach Wizards, and then we'll be moving smoothly into, I think, 007 First Light. I am looking forward to giving that a try. If you like what you saw and heard today, I hope you will follow the channel. I hope you will check out my YouTube with !ArvTube. Please sub to me over there. It's free for you to do that, but helps us out a lot. Discord is !ArvCord, where you can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Blue Sky, !ArvSky. Website for this, arvanelleron.com. Financially, !ArvShop. That's the merchandise area. You can get some cool stuff, not Norwegian soccer teams that Echo hates, but actual stuff related to the channel, which helps the channel and also is cool swag as well. You can also support the sell it. You can also support the Patreon, !Arvtreon. That's going to be moving over there soon as well, in terms of making some changes and updates to it. But you can get some cool stuff right now that you can't get anywhere else via the channel, so please consider doing that. Also, those sub badges with those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. In fact, there are new quills now that are available all the way up to the 10-year mark. Later this year, I think it's November of this year, the 10.5 will unlock, and we've got badges all the way through, I think, the 12 or 13-year mark. So we've got that going on. That's going to be great. Exclamation Point, so sub to that would be great. On the publishing front, Exclamation Point Icarus, my graphic novel from Athos Arts. Exclamation Point Library, that's my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and source book from Alligator Alley Entertainment. Exclamation Point Greyshade is my Greyshade IP. Greyshade Renegade and Heretic, the Grey Assassin Trilogy, award-winning, critically acclaimed 3 books from Athos Arts. You can get those books there. You can get the audiobooks of Greyshade Renegade and Heretic from our very own Trent Sparks there as well. And you can pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade, coming to you from Alligator Alley and designed by our very own Brendan O'Brien, The Rising Tides. So please pre-order that and make sure that you get that as well, because that's going to be awesome. Last I think I need to mention is exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives, exclamation point help now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention, important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. See you, Echo. Sleep well. Thanks for being here tonight. Exclamation point Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal, illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message you'll do so for others in that situation in the future. And continued love, respect, care, and thoughts going to, and prayers going to the people of Minnesota, specifically Minneapolis, to the wonderful people of Memphis, and to the folks right now in Newark and a bunch of other places as well, who are fighting against federal occupation and fighting so with bravery and courage, and again sending the message to all of us of something to support them as they do that. We see you, we are with you, we love you, and keep things up. Keep it up and keep the fight going. We are winning, but keep it up. Thanks, and thank you for doing it. Thank you to all of you for being here and watching tonight. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Dragon Spear, Prince Justin, Shadow Mage, the best mods in the business. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and subscribers, Dragon, Prince Justin, Shadow Mage. Thank you to Echo Alpha, to his Terma, to Zach. Thank you so much as well to my wonderful viewers. Thank you to Gary and Kellis, to Jagtress, to Live Suing, hey Live, to Mrs. Dunsel, who was lurking in the background, I think. Thank you, Mrs. Dunsel. Thank you to Red Hawk Dude, and thank you to Sunny Boy. That's going to do it for me. I will see you folks back here on Tuesday. We will figure out all the scheduling. It looks like Tuesday is going to be the rescheduled Gamebook illustration stream with Tari Tunes, Car Wars, Fuels Gold, not to be missed. And then I will be over on GOG Comms Twitch channel, maybe doing Heroes of Might and Magic, but there may be something else that I'm thinking about doing as well, because I don't know that I want to do Horn of the Abyss, honestly. I think that game, the Horn of the Abyss campaign, may have run its course, to be honest, so we'll see. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thanks, everyone. Much love, and I'll see you folks soon. Thank you for being here. Always my pleasure, Gary. Thanks, all, and more Tactical Breach Wizards to come very soon over the next couple of weeks as we get ready to wrap this game up. Really enjoying this a lot. Good stuff. That's it for me. Thanks, everyone. Have a lovely evening and a lovely Sunday. I'll see you, and Monday, and I'll see you folks back on Tuesday. Until then, everyone, please be good to each other, and have a good night. Honk.